Okay, hello everybody, I am the Vision of Chaos and welcome back to another episode of Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles. It's been a long time since I actually recorded these episodes. So without further ado, let's get into the Mushroom Forest, shall we?
When I was a child, I once asked my mother, "Where did I come from?" She answered, "Why, we all sprouted from the mushroom forest, of course." Nightmares soon haunted my sleep. I dreamt that I was lost among the toadstools. I awoke in tears, felt the warmth of my mother's embrace as she comforted me. It is something I still remember to this day.
The Mushroom Forest. Probably one of the easiest dungeons in this game. Yeah, if you can call these levels, all these levels dungeons or whatever. You can call them levels, you can call them dungeons. This one is probably the easiest level of them all. In regards to, in comparison to everything that we will face, this will probably be the most easiest. Even if you come back here in later cycles, it's still pretty much the easiest. Things will change throughout cycles, and I will explain to you what cycles mean. What cycles mean, sorry. Basically, when I clear a tree, I cannot collect any drops of myrrh from the tree for, I believe, at least 1 year of 2 years. It will take 1 year to recharge. So I can next year I will not be able to collect a drop of myrrh from this tree again. Now after that I will be able to collect a myrrh, but I will be able. Okay, so I'm back. Sorry, I got interrupted. Basically, what I was saying is after it regenerates, the myrrh tree regenerates, we'll be in a different cycle. And once we're in a different cycle, the enemies will become stronger and we'll have a more difficult time defeating those enemies. And things will also change throughout these areas. For instance, this one will have some areas where we cannot go into, accessible to us in later years. And for some it's just stronger monsters, and for some it's just treasure chests that will appear later but not appear on earlier years. So basically what we're going in here for is not only for the drop of myrrh, but also to encounter new enemies and to collect some stuff. Because we'll also be forging some new materials, some new weapons for our journey ahead, which will help us. Yeah, most stat increases that you will get throughout this game are from equipment upgrades, instead of those little upgrades you get each time you clear a level. So if you step on that mushroom, you will be transported back to where you started in case you want to leave or you missed anything. I'm doing a terrible job at this. But then again, it's late at night, so forgive me if I stumble over my commentary a bit, because it's very late right now where I am. It's like 2 or 3 a.m. at night, yes. I'm sorry I cannot actually record early. I wish I could, but I'm very busy during the day as of late. And we get a Firestone, which will be good against the boss. Yeah, the first 3 bosses are all weak against fire, and I believe also all weak against holy. In order to get holy, you need to fuse fire with life. If you fuse life with fire, you will get haste, instead of holy. Which is something that we'll get into later with fusion spells and such. I will cover them all, but at a later time. Not in this episode. So those enemies, those flying enemies actually, are very... You can actually take them out very fast if you just use a gravity spell, which you can fuse by combining every 2 elements. Basically, Fire and Blizzard will get you gravity, Fire and Thunder will get you gravity, and Blizzard and Thunder will get you gravity. In this level, you will get a status ailment, your first status ailment in the game, which probably is poison. I don't have it right now, but it will disappear over time, or you can use this stone over here, which is a clear stone. And a clear stone is basically like a cure, but instead of healing your things, it will heal your actually I need fire. It will heal your status ailments. That's what I'm trying to say. Stumbling over commentary, right. Now, if I can actually show it off here, I go to command list and go to Blizzard, it will automatically fuse to gravity. Now wait till it's attack and then just hit the thing with gravity. And there he is, he's on the ground and you can quickly finish him off. He's a whole lot weaker once he's on the ground. And that's a tactic that will become clear much later. It will become handy, actually necessary for some enemies. You know, later on when we get more tougher enemies. Man, I'm still this episode. But then again, it's late at night. There's another hot spot, as they're called, where you can change around it. There are 2 areas in this game which are accessible only in later years. Later cycles, so I may show them off, I may not. I will probably show off all the later cycles in this Let's Play, but I'm not too sure about that. Basically, there are 3 cycles for each area, and we're now in the first area of the first cycle of the Mushroom Forest, if that makes sense. So basically, the Mushroom Forest has cycle 2, which is in year 3 or 4, I believe. And then if I collect another drop of myrrh up there, you will get further on. Now, it's not really necessary to go about all the cycles and complete all the cycles. And I actually missed the thing, I believe. But whatever, I will take care of this one first. Come on, die. Bronze. Yeah, because up ahead is the boss. So somewhere around here. No, is it up ahead? Somewhere around here should be a mushroom. Oh, here it is. With a chest. And an earth pendant, which will come in handy. And a Moogle home. Let's see, talk. No, I don't want to paint you. Maybe later. But I may... Please do. Thank you. Thanks for the stamp, Kupo. On. Okay. Let's leave. Basically, we're collecting those stamps. They will give you a minigame, which you can do only in multiplayer mode. But we'll get into that later. I will show it off as a bonus feature. Or I might show it off as a bonus feature. I probably will. It depends. As a bonus episode. Yeah. We're not nowhere near done with this Let's Play. We just started this Let's Play. And we're talking about bonus episodes, man. You should wait till after the Let's Play is over until you talk about bonus episodes. Oh. One combo and finishes them off? Okay. I have to keep that in mind. let's actually let's split the gravity and give me back my cure. Where is my cure? Oh, there is my cure! Cure! Because we're going to get into the boss battle, and I did it beforehand, and I wanted to cure, but whatever. Look, Kupo, it's a bag of cigarettes. No, smoking is bad for you. Smoking mushrooms is bad for you. Then again, you're a pack of cigarettes. And this is the Marlboro. In case you didn't guess from me calling him a pack of cigarettes. Basically what you want to do is just take care of his minions first. Except from his tentacle thing, which he did just now. That attack, which does 1 heart of damage. He doesn't do any damage actually. He will cast slow, which is something you have to be careful of if you don't want to be slowed down, because it will slow you down and it will slow down your casting time. Slow is something more that we'll get into slow status, which will probably get in more into the second year, because yeah, see, now I have slow status. As you can see, I move slower and I'm poisoned. As you can see, with the poison status, I have those purple hearts. Now the thing about status ailment is you don't really need to clear stone, since all status ailments will vanish in time. So as you can see, we're almost halfway done here. You can just ignore the minions if you want. They don't really do that much damage. There he caused poison. Which is something he will do sometimes. As you can see, he does not do a whole lot of damage, and I recovered health in slowly because I'm in the safe area. Now, if I was in the you know, in the miasma area, I would lose health. But then again, I'm not too worried about that. But I may want to heal, just because. He's almost done. 1 more hit should do it. Oh, you idiot. There you go. Only 1 hit. Only 1 hit. Pum. I hit him with a spoon and he died. He's done. He's so done you can put a spoon in him. By the way, the boss cutscenes and these cutscenes, you can skip them if you want by pressing start. I'm not going to skip them. Even the opening scenes, where the storyteller tells us what the area is like, you can skip those as well by pressing start button. But I'm not going to skip those. At least not the first time. Besides, if I show off later cycles, I will only show off what is changed. Except for, yeah, you know, the enemies are changed. So I may show off the entire area, since all the enemies change and become stronger over time. But I don't know. And I see that my sound actually picks up on my mic, but whatever. And I don't even have it that loud. But you shouldn't be able to hear that in the recording, I hope. Mail Moogle at your service, Kupo. Yeah, this game is actually pretty lazy if you see this, because the male Moogle is the same model as most other other Moogles. Yeah. Sorry, I should be in the caravan instead of you, but I left now. But if I left now, you know that our home would go under before the village does. How is the journey? Right back soon. Now you either will get you will get mostly in your second year you will get a letter from your sibling, mostly your younger sibling. But in case I believe I only have one sibling, and that's why you mostly want to respond positive, and since it's your family member, you may want to send them an item. If it's your father, this game is basically about appeasing the father. So your father, you want to send something that has to do with his trade. But for now, this is just my brother, so I can send them a random item. Usually I just give them seeds, like a vegetable seed, and I will include that. Yep. As you can see, yeah, it's my brothers. See, I have 2 brothers, so we're basically a family of 3 brothers. And I don't know which one is the youngest and which one is the oldest. But whatever, I don't really care. The only one you really want to appease is your father, since I will get into that once we get into year 2. Got your reply, Kupo. So long, Kupo. Yeah, mostly, most of the times you have 2 siblings. Another way, sometimes you have 1 sibling, and sometimes you have 0 siblings. I didn't read what that said, but whatever. I'm going with the Earth Pendant, since I want a heart, which is mostly the upgrades I choose first. You know, the heart and the extra slot, which is what I choose first. As most of the, like I said, most of the stats you get through upgrading your equipment, which is what we're going to do right now. And I don't actually know how long this episode's been, but I don't really care. So this is Mars Parse. If you go here to the well, you can examine and get a random item like a bronze shard every year. Same with the other towns. If you keep getting these items, they will get the chance of there being a rarer item increases over time. Now in this town you can talk to people, but there aren't really much interesting things. We will craft things later here in today's episode. That's what I mean, not later in today's episode. But first of all, we're going to visit the Moogle home. And I believe that we need to talk to this Moogle. There's only one of this particular samp, so you can play the minigame right away. If you want to play the minigame, talk to Moogle who stamped one of the mark sounds, Kupo. But there's a catch. There's only a multiplayer mode. Like I said, you need to collect... Yeah. I didn't mean to say no. Did you get it? Yeah, I got it. As you can see, I can only access that in multiplayer mode. Actually, if you want, we're going to get into an area that's rather hot and rather long. If you're unexperienced in how the level goes, and you don't want to carry your shells through most of the level, go and trim your Moogle, because we're going to get into a hot area soon. Now you can see we have a whole bunch of things to craft, but some of these are only for specific items. Now I'm a Selkie, so I have nothing for a bronze or an iron shield, bronze glove, or a uke. See, or the bronze salad. Since this is for uke, this is for a lilty, and this is for a clefet, I have no use for that since I'm a Selkie. So I can basically craft the bronze armor and equip that, and Sure. Did I create just 2 bronze armors? Well, whatever. I don't really care. Actually, let me check. Equipment. Yeah, I accidentally crafted 2 bronze plates, so that's not really anything. But you can always craft a new weapon here for everyone. These weapons, most weapons, are just for anyone. Specific weapons will become later, and we won't be encountering them for a while. I don't believe until the 5th or 6th year, so you can just equip that. Now there are also these merchants here, so you can sell your everything else that you don't need. So basically we have 2 of these bronze plates, but we can't sell them apparently. Actually, can we sell something at the merchant? No. Later on you can sell those, but whatever. Apparently you cannot sell anything of the, what we just created. As you can see, these things that we didn't create, these are all for different characters. So you can sell those if you want, since unless you're going to use other characters, which you mostly don't do, there's no real use to keeping them. Now what I usually do is also, when you have some items, some food items that you don't, that your character doesn't like for example you have a lot of potatoes, I will sell those as well, because yeah, my character doesn't like those. Actually, what does my most characters don't like potatoes. They do like most like fish and meat, and most like star carrots as well. As for the rest, it's mostly average, and striped apples are mostly also a high favorite. But other than that, it's also always in the lower area, and guard potatoes are usually at the bottom. So that's basically it. I can go into equipment and or to items and destroy these, but I don't know if I can sell those actually. I believe I can't, but I could be wrong. Yeah, no, I can't. But whatever, let's leave. Before we end this episode, I real quickly want to show off the area to the left here. I know this episode is probably going on for a while, but I haven't been recording for a while and haven't had any episodes up for a while, so it might as well, have a longer episode for once. Now this is Jagan River. On later years, I believe year 3 or 4, you can travel, I believe year 3, you could travel the ferry across the water. So in the first few years you cannot do that, and the Mughal home here is actually on the other side of the river, so we can't reach that yet. That's basically it. Now next time, on the next episode, we're going to go into the mines, which is probably one of the longest areas in the game, and will end of the year. Yep. Basically, once you collect 3 drops of myrrh, or myrrh, whatever, you can, you will end the year automatically, and you will go into year 2. But we'll discuss that later on the next episode of Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles. Hope you enjoyed. Until then, goodbye.